It's an ordinary day like any other. I wake up, go to work, clock out, go back home, and spend the rest of my time making figures. I could have used my free time to hang out with my old friends in high school, but I sacrificed that to complete minifigures I wanted to complete before Brick Fair 2018. Right here I have 4 figures from Doki Doki Literature Club. Here I have Monika, Yuri, Sayori, and Natsuki. All 4 waifus in one video. Doki Doki Literature Club is one of my favorite visual novels of all time. Well, that's only because I only played 2. Because I'm a cheap fuck. But anyway, I love this game and I've always wanted to make figures from it for months now. But I delayed it because of school, work, and other minifigures I was working on during that time. These 4 figures will be displayed at Brick Fair, Virginia 2018, which I will make a future video on soon. Monika is one of my best figures I made recently. For these figures, I really want to spend a lot of time and effort and stop making subpar customs like what I've been doing a lot in the past. It was time that I should get serious and make a really good figure that people can appreciate the craftsmanship. Starting from the top, I sculpted her entire hair on top of a widow's peak hairpiece. From now on, I will mostly sculpt anime style hair on top of a Lego hairpiece almost in its entirety because blending sculpted hair onto Lego doesn't always look that good in my opinion, and I'm better off just sculpting everything from this point. The only part that wasn't sculpted on her hair is the very back, in between her bow and her ponytail. Now I should have made the ribbon a bit longer to connect with the ponytail, but I forgot to consider that and never fixed it. Her face is fully painted and is definitely one of my favorite anime faces I've painted next to Midoriya. I made her jacket with white E-tape and I painted it. For her torso, I found the sides to give the curved look. I used white E-tape for her collar and pockets, and I sculpted her bow. Her skirt is from Cape Manus, which is modified, and I painted the shadings which were accidental, but it works very well. I then painted her thigh leggings and shoes. Monika has some sexy thighs, it gives Tosaka a run for her money. For accessories, I gave her a pen, which I made with a clone trooper flashlight with a peg cut off. Yuri was a bit difficult than Monika because her hair is longer, which requires more sculpting. I used a Gandalf hairpiece for the base and I sculpted every single thread over the hairpiece, leaving none of it behind. It was definitely a tedious task since I used a lot of clay and making sure the hairline transition into our bangs are very difficult. The purple paint I have is very watery, so some areas may have some grayish tint to it. Her face is all fully painted as well. Her torso is made the same way as I did for Monika, but the only difference is I painted her boobs a bit bigger. Her skirt is the same method as Monika, and same goes for the rest of the figure, so I won't talk about those. Now her knife is from Brick Arms. I bought a gunmetal kitchen style knife and I used red transparent paint for Model Masters to paint the bloodstain. For additional accessories, I painted an alternative face for her when she goes insane in the game, and I made an alternative bloody torso for her as well. Now what's so special about this torso is I use a Dremel tool to cut the inside of the torso so that way her knife can actually slip through easily. This was actually a lot of fun for me to make, and I wanted to prioritize accessories as much as I can. Sayori is another figure that turned out the way I wanted, and I'm super proud of this figure overall. Her hair was sculpted on top of a female bowl cut hairpiece with the front section cut off to make room for the hair sculpt. Like Monika and Yuri, I sculpted almost everything on top of the hairpiece, and the only part that remains Lego are the bottom section, which isn't that noticeable and it blends with the sculpt perfectly. Like the rest, her face is all fully painted and I'm proud of it. Now her torso is different compared to the rest of the Dokis. Unlike the others, her school uniform is unbuttoned and her bow isn't as tidy as the rest. I think that's a perfect fit for her character. She's bubbly, cute, and somewhat of a klutz. Her skirt is made the exact same way, so I won't go over it again. For accessories, I sculpted a noose using the same trick I showed in my previous sculpting tutorial months ago. I used a Lego antenna piece to suspend the noose in air to recreate the infamous turning point of the game. Since she doesn't have her school uniform on during the scene, I made an alternative body for her. I used white E-tape for her pajamas, and I used a dual-molded Batman robe from the collectible minifigures because I think it's easier to use. I then used Procreate to sculpt the strings. I also painted an alternative face for her so you can truly recreate this infamous scene. Many people on the internet really like this feature, including my colleagues from school. I am actually really proud of how this turned out, and it is perfect for plenty of meme opportunities. Natsuki is the hardest figure out of the bunch because of many reasons. First of all, her hair is this female poofy bowl cut hairpiece with the top section sanded off, and I sculpted the front section in its entirety. This hairpiece was the hardest out of the bunch, but in the end, the result is perfect. Her face is all painted and I made her torso the same way as the others, but with a bit of a twist. This was way before Lego released the Harry Potter collectible minifigures that featured the new posable short legs. I made this figure the same way I made Megumin from Konosuba. I shortened the torso by sanding it down so that way she is a bit shorter than an average minifigure, and it works very well. I had to modify her leg assembly so that way the modified torso can still connect.
The rest of the figure is self-explanatory at this point, since the rest is made the exact same way. For accessories, I sculpted a cat cupcake on top of a Lego stud, and for a freaky feature like what I did for Yuri and Sayori, I decided to give her a snapped neck feature. I couldn't make it 100% accurate in the game because having a minifigure head with a massive hairpiece is impossible to position a 90 degrees head snap, so what I did was I first cut out portions of a Lego neck piece and I glued a tiny piece of Procreate so that way the head can actually rest on top of that and make it seem like as if her neck has been snapped off to the side. Additionally, I also painted an alternative face. That is all, and as you can tell, there are no glitches in this video. I wanted to make a full video before break fair, but I never had the time. It's so strange how that happened. I don't know who is responsible for, but no worries, I got a new laptop and there should be no problem again. Stay tuned for my future videos such as my updated Ruby video, My Hero Academia Part 2 once I finish 2 more figures, and my Phase 1 MCU villains to celebrate Marvel's 10 years. I have 3 minifigures left from it, and that's Luffy, Zola, and Loki. I also have some Pokemon figures in the works as well, and a few secret projects that I know you guys will enjoy. And I apologize for the lack of videos for the past few weeks. I was just busy with school as always, and besides, I have so many figures that I wanted to make in bundles that I wanted to postpone the video until I finish them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.